I've been in many, many different types of businesses. I was in corporate, I was in direct sales. I'm an entrepreneur at this point in my life. I'm an author. I've been in movies.
We cannot survive without relationships, right? We need relationships. How is that in America?
America is the two biggest diseases on the horizon are loneliness and mental health. From 100 people in my family network, it's now down to 15 because the younger generation is not reproducing. They're not getting married young. Social media and AI, we're now becoming dehumanized. It's like a business, but I don't get the same feeling being around women that I used to. They're not males and they're not females. They're somewhere in between, and I don't know what it is. You know, women used to make me feel like a man. And like right now, I have a brand new TV show. It's called America's Real Deal, and it's kind of like Shark Tank on steroids. Business owners get funded by coming on our show and having our investors review their presentations and decide if they want to invest in their companies.
You are the ultimate networker.
Big dreams don't come quietly. They demand risk, they demand fire, they demand crazy transformation. Welcome to the corporate life. Hosted by Hina Siddiqui, CEO and founder of Corporate Influence Media and creator of the Let's Make You Famous 90-Day Celebrity Campaign and media strategist featured across 600 plus global outlets. Join us as we sit with million-dollar entrepreneurs, tech CEOs, and celebrities who share the scenes that shape them. Here, success isn't a headline. It's a human story. The turning points, reinventions, failures, breakthroughs, and bold decisions behind their rise. Because your life is a movie too, and you're the star of yours.
George, how did you become the ultimate networker? What's the story behind it?
Well, I've been around a long time. I just turned 79 years old a couple months ago, so I've been in many, many different types of businesses. I was in corporate, I was in direct sales. I'm an entrepreneur at this point in my life. I'm an author. I've been in movies. I had my own radio show. I was a former professional flamenco dancer,
Wow.
stained glass artist. I'm a father, grandfather, and great-grandfather.
Beautiful.
I've done a lot, and I'm still doing. I'm really, really busy. I work probably 12, 14 hours a day. And the one thing that I learned as I got older is it's basically who you know and who knows you, which is important. Relationships are probably the most important thing in most people's lives, and they don't realize it. They don't
Yeah.
really embrace and nurture relationships like they should. They just kind of go through people. It's like a revolving door.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so, and the sad part, Hannah, is that a lot of my long-term relationships have disappeared because I'm 79. Out of my 8 best long-term friends, 6 of them are dead.
Okay.
So I have to replenish my network on a regular basis here, try to get some young blood.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this, what you're doing, because this is such a beautiful thing to do. We cannot survive without relationships, right? We need relationships. And if we don't have relationships, our life become very stale and very lonely. And I stay in Dubai, I stay here alone. And I feel that the relationships and the connections are purely transactional. People meet, just see each other for some agenda. There's not like some genuine relationships and genuine connections, and that definitely you can help each other. That's again the system of the nature. But then this has become very transactional in Dubai, especially. I noticed that. How is that in America?
Well, it's becoming that way. Again, I've been around a long time, and just to share a story, when I was in my 20s and I lived in small town Ohio, in the summertime, we would have a family picnic. They call it a pig roast or a lamb roast at one of the relatives' farms. And we'd have 100 people would come on a Sunday. Aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces. Last year, I went back to Ohio, my hometown, for 4th of July, and we conjured up as many family members as we could. It was 15 people. So from 100 people in my family network, it's now down to 15 because the younger generation is not reproducing. They're not getting married young. They're waiting longer if they do get married. And a lot of them are just having one child or no child.
Yeah.
And now they're replacing children with dogs and cats.
Yeah, that's interesting.
America is the number or the two biggest diseases on the horizon are loneliness and mental health.
Hmm.
We're in this country, I'll be honest with you, we're having a breakdown in mental health. People are really frazzled. And of course, with the cell phones and social media and AI, we're now becoming dehumanized. And like you
Yeah.
said, it's becoming transactional. Everybody to me at this point in life is a unit. I don't look at them as a man or a woman or whatever. Everybody's like just some kind of a unit, or it's like, and it's they come and go. And of
Yeah.
course, the new phenomena over here, it started slowly, maybe 10, 15 years ago, but it's called ghosting. Familiar with
Yeah.
ghosting?
Yeah.
People you meet out, they act like they absolutely love you, your product and service. They shake your hand, they're laughing and joking. You get their contact information. You call them up the next day or the day after, no return calls, no response. They're just
Yeah.
totally
This is
gone.
a
They
new
just
term,
disappear.
relatively. This
Yeah,
is
this is
relative.
they
This is a
act like
relatively new term, right? Yeah.
it's in the moment, like the moment, oh, you're a great guy, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're very right. I can notice that too. Like I just see that around every time. Uh, do you think that you were playing a different game because you were actually doing a lot of things in different stages of your life? You were, as you said, that you were into corporate, then you were in movies, you made some games, and a lot of this kind of stuff. So, did you play? Were you playing a different game? Do you think that phase?
Well, yeah, I mean, everything is slowly revolving into this new world. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but back in the day, I'll be honest with you. I mean, in the 50s and 60s and 70s, I think life was better than ever. It was wonderful. We had technology, but just enough. It was just enough to, assist you in living.
Yeah.
But then after that, it started getting into 80s, 90s, then it became overbearing. And I firmly believe that our brains are not catching up to technology. I think the human being is way behind the technology they're using, and they don't, they're confused and frustrated, and it's not helping anymore. It's hindering.
Yeah. Yeah. And you come from the phase where like you were working in the times where internet was very new, like most people did not even know what internet was, and you were building internet solutions when people were still asking what's a website. How difficult was that phase?
Well, yeah, again, we went through all these crazy phases.
Yeah.
I started back in probably the mid 1990s. We had a company called WebStream, and we started hosting the few websites that were out there. We were actually hosting the websites on servers. And then we morphed into building websites as more and more people wanted websites. So we helped them build the websites and we hosted them. And then once they got the websites, then we morphed into basically search engines. Remember, the
Yeah.
search engine was a big deal. Getting number one on Google
Yeah. Yeah.
was important. We didn't have social media. So people would go to Google and Yahoo and look up businesses and so forth. So then, of course, from the search engines, we went to social media.
Yeah.
Now
And
that's,
which year was that?
pardon me,
Which year was that?
probably somewhere in the mid 2000s. It's
Okay.
kind of, we're starting to shift.
Hmm.
We still go to search engines to look for things, but now it's more important to be exposed on social media on the different platforms
Yeah.
than really to be in the search engines.
Yeah.
And now today it's all about creating content, content. And one of the big expos I went to not long ago, a social media expert was on, and he said he tried all kind of different things to become successful in social media. And he said the one thing he found out that makes you the most successful is making the most noise. What he meant by that is it doesn't matter if you're good or bad,
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
good product or service. You just have to make noise and get people to look at me.
Yeah.
Here I am. Look at what I'm doing. I'm jumping off a bridge. I'm standing on my head.
This is how the algorithms work, right? Social media says that the more you post, the more you are seen there, and they will just show you more. So perhaps that's the reason. And yes, I understand that today's generation, they understand that they think that social media is everything. If you are on social media, then I think that how many followers do you have, and your all that counts for them. So this is actually crazy, but this is a crazy time of social media.
Well, I don't know. Are you familiar with the Hawk Tuah girl?
Yes.
Okay. This this young girl, actually, I hate to say this, but she is kind of a stupid young girl. She was working at a bar and somebody stuck a microphone in her face and she made that comment, which I won't divulge what the comment was, but it was a sexual connotation to it. And she did it in 5 seconds and she became famous.
Yeah.
She's got her own podcast. And I understand she was in a movie and it's like, so people work hard and they study things and they do research and they can't get that success, but somebody does something stupid and they become very successful. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Maybe because a lot of people want to see those kind of things, and they are not very interested in the serious stuff.
No, it's a weird world, and I feel like Hannah, I feel like an alien in this world. I'll be honest with you. I don't. It's not right. There's something wrong about it, and it's not going in a good direction.
Hmm.
Now, one of the things that I love to study, and you may have learned about them or maybe done your own research, is the Amish culture. Are you familiar with the Amish culture?
No, not really. What
They
is
have
that?
no technology. They
Okay.
live, most of them live up in the Northeast in like Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, but they wear the same clothes. The women wear these like blue and type blue dresses with aprons, and the
Mm-hmm.
men have beards and they wear these jeans and shirts, and that's it. They have no style. And the most fascinating thing about the Amish culture is they have no competition.
Hmm.
They don't
Yeah.
try to be bigger, faster, better, stronger, prettier. They don't care about six-pack abs. They don't care if they're wearing the hottest new outfit. And basically, they live close to nature. They're all farmers.
Hmm.
So it's an interesting culture. Study them sometime. You'll find it fascinating.
Sure, that's interesting. And I'm just wondering what the world would be like without social media.
Well, it would be, I personally believe it'd be much better. We would
Yeah,
interact with people.
I agree with you.
People spend a lot
In
of time
person
interacting
more.
with
Yeah.
people that they don't care about. So
Yeah.
if you didn't have social media, you would have to spend more time calling up your friends or going to have lunch with them or spending time with people you really care about.
Right, right. Otherwise, like if in the room, like a few people are sitting, they would just. I think majority of those would be busy with their phones, like just checking something on social media, and they are actually there, but then they are not present in the
Right.
true sense. Yeah.
Well, it's affected me. I can't go to a stoplight in my car. Every time I go to a stop sign or stoplight, I pick up my phone and I'm doing something on my phone. I'm going, this is crazy. But I can't stop it. Um, yeah, it's unbelievable what it has done to your rewiring your brain.
Yeah, yeah. And your life also, like the mental health problems, a lot of things just happen. It's a big topic. I guess we need a separate episode to talk about this. This is basically a very interesting topic too.
Well, see, again, going back to the family, back in the old days, see, as far as networking, people also have to learn how to network in their own family.
Yeah.
And like what we do in my family is once a month we have families scattered all over the country, so we have a Zoom call on Sunday night at 8 o'clock once a month with whoever is available in the whole family. We get together on a Zoom call just to catch up and coordinate and still keep in touch, even though we're in different states and different areas.
Yeah.
So I recommend people try to continue connecting in their own families.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, you got to just keep, even if it's to say hello, how are you? What are you doing? You're doing great. Okay, fine. I'll talk to you next month. I mean,
Yeah.
Again, just keep in touch.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very important. In fact, uh, a few months ago, maybe more than that, I actually started these kind of calls in my family, like extended family. And for a few calls, it went well. But then afterwards, people were not available. They were not interested. And, they were finding those calls even boring. So they have a lot to do. They would like to watch TV, or they would like to watch see their social media or stuff like this. People are actually not interested in connecting with people these days. This is what I see, if there's no agenda involved.
Yeah, well, and also the other phenomena is that people think that they're going out with other people and spending time with them, but they go to concerts.
Yeah,
When you go to a concert with other people, you're not spending time with them.
exactly.
You're sitting in an audience listening to music. Or
Yeah.
if you go to a movie with other people, you're not interacting with them. Now, I remember when I was a kid, my mom and dad had 5 children, and their entertainment was on the weekend. They would get together, they'd pack us kids in the car, and they would go visit a relative or a friend, and they would sit in the kitchen and talk and have coffee and donuts or hors d'oeuvres or sandwiches. And of course, they would smoke. They would all sit there and smoke. And us kids would play in the other room. I mean, that was entertainment. You didn't have concerts to go to, um, even movies. People in those days, a movie was a treat. To go to a movie, it was like you would save up your money for a month to go to a movie, maybe.
Yeah. And it was a celebration, like a
Yeah.
festival.
It's and now what is it, $3,000 to go hear Taylor Swift? Like, I heard the tickets at the Super Bowl are like $20,000 or something like that. It's like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the world has changed a lot.
Well, the thing about it is, I don't know if anybody has a good direction. Um, the problem, like I have kids, grandkids, and great grandkids, and sometimes, like I have a 4-year-old little granddaughter. She's beautiful. And I look at her sometimes and I get tears in my eyes. I feel bad because I can't imagine what life she's gonna grow up into. Like,
Mm.
what is it gonna be like? And
Yeah.
then even relationships. Listen, Hannah, I graduated high school in 1964, and in my small town, by the time most people were 25, they were married and had 1 or 2 kids. Like 75, 80% of all the people that I graduated with by that age were already having families. And now people wait till their late 30s or even early 30s to even get married. My youngest daughter just married a guy who was 40 years old and he had never been married. It's like, how do you get to 40 years old and you don't get married? It's like, what are you doing with all that time?
Maybe people are building their careers. They want to live a free life. They don't like anybody's interference or, any accountability to a partner. So these days people want a very different life. So perhaps that's the reason.
Well, yeah, people are becoming, well, first of all, in relationships, just to let you know, back from 1985 to 92, my wife and I had the largest singles network in South Florida. We called it the Find a Mate Singles Network, and we had over 10,000 single people, and we used to match them up on computers. This was
Okay.
before speed dating and the internet and online dating. But it was fascinating in the fact that all of these people were looking for connections, for relationships to be, even if they were widowed or divorced or single, they're looking to hook up with somebody else.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's again, it's almost like transactional dating. It's
Mm.
like a business.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
listen,
best.
I'll go out with you if you do this, this, and this, or I'll buy you a dinner if you do this, or
Yeah.
it's no more love, sex, and romance. It's just business.
More of business, yes, yes. And the place I am in, like the city I am in, it's very normal. Like it's more of like transactional relationships. So it's like it's very different environment.
Yeah, well, I don't know where it's going to go because, like I said, I feel like it's not in a good direction. It's dehumanizing, and our what's happened to me is my human emotion has been diminished. The way I used to feel about people. For example, okay, you're a female, and when I go out and meet females of all kinds, all ages, sexes, female sex, I don't feel like I'm meeting feminine women. I feel
Yeah.
like I call women today, and I don't want to offend you necessarily, but I call women today she-males. They're not male and they're not females. They're somewhere in between, and I don't know what it is, but I don't get the same feeling being around women that I used to.
Yeah.
I used to, women used to make me feel like a man.
Yeah,
Now
you are
I feel like
right. You are right. I agree with you. It's just that I think the culture and the environment has become such that women have taken a lot of male roles, like masculine roles. So then they are into their masculine more than their feminine. So the other day I was just talking to somebody. I think that was on a podcast episode or just outside of that before we hit the record button. It was like, women need to split, like, it's that you need to split the bill when you go out. So this is basically a very masculine thing. Like, you don't know how to receive and you just want to pay your part. That, okay, I mean, I cannot receive, which is a female quality to receive, right? For example, in these the places like Middle East and all that, so the people here, they're more masculine, and women are not, women are seen as feminine. So of course it comes with different things, like women don't perhaps see that kind of independence that the women see in West or something. But I think this has come from the West more, that the women have taken the masculine roles, that they want that gender equality, and in that whole quest the women have become the men.
well, yeah, the point is, like, even in sports, okay, like on the sports channels, they have female reporters. Now, I'll be
Mhm.
honest with you, I don't want to listen about baseball and football from a woman. I want a guy to talk to me about football. But they have women, and now they have coaches that are coaching National Football League players that are women, and they have referees. I don't want a woman to referee my game. I want a guy to referee the game. That's kind of like going to a fashion show and having a guy talking about the women's fashions. Like, what? Don't you want to listen to a woman talking about fashion? You want to talk to a guy? It's just, but the thing is, they get you used to it, and after a while, you become desensitized, and it's like, oh, that's just the way it is. But it's
Yeah,
not necessarily good. It's just the way it is.
it's the way it is. Yeah, different people have different opinions about it.
Well, and that's the other thing that is really crazy is everybody now is a self-proclaimed expert on everything.
Hmm.
You cannot tell anybody anything else except what they believe. Whatever they believe is true.
It's points
Whatever
of
you
view.
say is not right. You're wrong.
Yeah,
And
it's
they don't
points
have
of
an
view
open
and the
mind.
need. You're right.
They don't look for facts. What are the facts in the case? Okay. Not what you think or your own theory or your own assumptions. What are the facts? People lost the idea of researching before they open their mouth.
Yeah. George, you have done a radio show, so tell us about that. What was it about?
Well, this was back from, I think it was around 19, or the year 2000. We started a radio show. We were in 36 cities around the country called the Internet Business Hour. And that's when the internet first exploded. And we used to bring up how to do business on the internet to, our listening audience. And it was pretty fascinating. But we had that going for about 13 years. And then, of course, it evolved into some other things. And at that point in time, I left my company and I became an entrepreneur and I started other projects. And like right now, I have a brand new TV show. It's called America's Real Deal. And it's kind of like Shark Tank on steroids. Like,
Okay.
I'm sure you've watched Shark Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what we do is we help business owners get funded by coming on our show and having our investors review their presentations and
Okay.
decide if they want to invest in their companies. But the difference is we don't do startups. the most of the companies on Shark Tank are startups. They're looking for seed money, but we only do revenue producing companies. They have to have at least $1 million in gross sales within the last year to actually come on the company to ask for further funding.
Okay.
So it's a pretty cool show. It's americasrealdeal.com, and we're streaming on Tubi and Roku right now. And
Okay.
we're in our second season, and we're actually talking to people in Dubai about the licensing rights to do a version of our show over in Dubai, India, Germany, England. So we're expanding on a worldwide basis.
That's interesting. And I would definitely love to catch up that show someday.
Yeah, I'll send you the information about it.
Sure.
You can check it out. And, like I said, right now we're only in the United States, but we're going to be expanding on a worldwide national basis. And then, of
Yeah.
course, in South Florida, the other thing that I do, I'm a big promoter of events. We have a lot of events in South Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach. We have a lot of founder, investor events. We have a lot of social events. I mean, there's so many things going on. Every day, there's like 3 to 5 big major events that are
Yeah.
going on. So,
Yeah.
and I'm on everybody's email list. I get all these events and I share
Yeah.
them. And I have a database of 25,000 people that I share the best information with.
You are the ultimate networker.
Yep. I found, again, that's important to keep expanding the people that you know and
Yeah.
become a resource. And every day people call me up and they say, "Hey, do you know a good landscaper? Do you know a good lawyer? You know a good doctor?" And I'm always recommending and referring people.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a beautiful skill. This is a very useful skill in these times where people don't know anybody.
Well, actually, what I'll do is I'll send you PDF copies of my books,
Okay.
and you can enjoy reading and studying what
Sure.
my information is. But here's the funny thing: is I wrote 6 books back in 2019, and as soon as in today's world, as soon as you write a book, it's already outdated. Within 6,
Mhm.
like I looked at my own book and I'd say, I really need to rewrite this book. It's like, and the funny thing is, see, all the things that worked in the past aren't working today. Like,
Yeah.
you ever read a
There are
book
lots of
called
books.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie?
Yeah. I love that book.
That
Yes.
that book doesn't work today.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't
There are
work.
lots of other books like that. The Amazon is like flooded with books.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, the problem is that not everything is chaotic. In the old days, things were regimented and structured.
Hmm.
Like, for example, there was another famous book in the 70s called Dress for Success. They would actually tell a man what kind of a collar you should have, like your cuff, what kind of cufflinks, where your tie should be, a belt.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people go to a business event in shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah.
People don't pay attention to any rules anymore.
Yeah. People are just going like whatever is convenient to them and whatever they want to do that. This basically they call it authenticity. Like, you be very authentic and you don't follow rules.
Well, actually, this started back in the 70s. There was a phrase I remember back in those days. It started out by saying, "Do your own thing." And there was, you're against authority, you're against regimentation. So
Yeah.
do whatever. And it just started back then. And then it's now just evolved into we are doing our own.
Into our movement.
Right. Nobody pays attention to any rules anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is crazy. George, you have soul, tech, desire, media, dreams. What's the secret to selling something people don't yet understand they need?
Well, again, it's just repetition and noise. You can sell sunshine in a can if you advertise and make enough noise. For example, I don't know if you heard about the work of art in New York. It was called Invisible Art. It sold for $1 million.
Okay.
And there was a box sitting on a stand. And when you picked up the box, there was nothing there. And they sold that for $1 million.
Okay.
Like, what? I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, think about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Just think of the value of Bitcoin. It goes from $100,000 down to $40,000, then to $70,000. I mean, what I don't understand anymore. I mean, nothing makes sense. In fact, the whole stock market is driven on emotion now. It's not about price to earnings ratio. In
Yeah.
the old days, you had to actually have a successful business, and you had what are called blue chip stocks that would over time would earn and get increase in value. Nowadays, you just read some newspaper article about somebody that's a CEO of a company, and all of a sudden everybody's buying their stock. It's and then back in I think it was 2008, um, or no, not before then. It was around early 2000s when anybody that had an internet company would get all kinds of money thrown at them, investment money. They weren't even making money. Like
Hmm.
Facebook for years didn't make a penny, and people
Yeah.
were investing in it. Nowadays, it's switched, and AI is getting all the money. All these companies that are doing AI platforms, they're really not making money, but they're getting a lot of investment dollars.
Yeah. AI is a very in thing, like, it's very trending.
Yeah, it's just trend. Everything's trendy.
Trendy, yeah.
Whatever the trend is, right?
Yeah.
It's anyway. So that's and then of course I call the United States of gambling. Everything's gambling now.
Yep.
Casinos everywhere. Everybody sports betting. Men are on their phones betting every game. And now they have these things where they don't just bet on sports, they bet on the weather, they bet on who's gonna win the
On
election,
everything.
they bet
Almost
on,
everything.
who's gonna appear in a movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of post on Instagram like, this happened and just guess what is it. So I mean, people are just guessing everything and just betting on things and just trying to assume things rather than actually getting into the facts and know that what is actually the same.
Right, well, that's what I'm trying to do myself. I'm trying to change myself into looking for facts. Stop making my own assumptions, my own decisions, my own theories, and actually look and find the best facts possible about any situation, and that's
Yeah,
hard to do. Because
yeah.
we're all caught up in randomly listening to some news reporter, and we go, "Oh yeah, yeah, boy, I heard that guy talk about it. That's really what's happening."
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So,
the age of influencers, George. Like
oh,
it's
definitely.
influencers. Influencers influence a lot of things people behave or act or make
No,
choices. Yeah.
that's right. Well, like I said, I feel like an alien because I grew up in a different world. So, but I have to adjust. I don't have any. That's what I got to do. I have to make adjustments. So,
Yeah. So I have this question. I'm just curious to ask this question. You have created the games like, it was the name of the game was can you please remind me what is the name of the games you have created?
well, I created a couple of games. One is
Yeah.
called Personality, or I mean, a Reality Probe, and the other one's called Sexuality Probe. And what these
Yeah.
games are set up for
Yeah.
is to learn about other people. They're social interaction games. They're
Yeah.
question and answers, and you get to learn about your friends, your neighbors, family members, and they're very fascinating, fun games.
Yeah. So what do you think? Sex appeal or intellect? What opens more doors?
Well, I mean, sex always sells. Just like when I go to a networking event, I always take a picture with myself with pretty women. And when I post it on the internet, my views go way up.
Yeah.
I learned that trick. If I just post up pictures of me and guys that I'm doing business with,
Yeah.
but if I bring a couple of pretty girls in there, man,
Yeah.
did he? So yeah, it's what's that one website where women are making a fortune? OnlyFans.
I have no clue.
Are you
I'm
familiar
not
with that
aware of
one?
that. I'm not
It's
aware
where
of
women of all ages, they
that. Okay.
basically get an account and they post up pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Not there's a certain amount of you can't show certain things. I mean, they're not totally X-rated, but you pose in sexy outfits, wear lingerie, wear bathing suits, and some of these women are making they're millionaires,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they get guys to subscribe to their channel, and they just look at these women.
Yeah. So means that sex appeal opens more doors.
Definitely still works.
Live radio or viral video? Where's the real seduction?
Where's the what?
Live radio or viral video? Where is the real seduction?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's, it's sort of both. The one thing that is pervasive over in this country is pornography.
Okay.
I mean, pornography is it's an epidemic actually. A lot of psychologists and therapists have to deal with people that have that problem
Mm.
in watching it instead of actually participating in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then of course now what they're having is, did you ever watch a movie called Her?
Yes, I have watched.
It's where a guy, it was a science fiction movie per
Yeah.
se, but this single guy fell in love with his operating platform.
Yeah.
They used to talk to him. He got tired of dating real women, and he got friendly with his own artificial intelligence related operating platform that learned how to talk to him, and he enjoyed that more than going out with women.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting movie. George, I would like to play a game with you now. Like, this is this or that. And I would love to play this game with every guest on this show. And here I will give you two options. You just need to pick one based on your instinct. Not, you don't need to think over it. And it will help us understand your personality a little better. Are you ready?
Okay.
Get ready for the ultimate challenge, this or that. Choose fast, trust your instincts, and let's go.
AM radio or podcast hosting?
Well, I guess podcast hosting.
In-person networking or LinkedIn connections?
In-person networking.
Reality probe or sexuality probe?
Well, when I was younger, Sexuality Probe. Now, Reality Probe.
Street smarts or book smarts?
Street Smart.
Floppy disk or cloud storage?
Cloud storage.
Solo entrepreneur or power partnerships?
Power partnerships.
Manual hustle or automated systems?
I guess manual.
Steve Jobs or Elon Musk?
Boy. Can I say neither one?
Sure.
Okay, neither.
Logic or intuition?
Logic.
Networking lunch or elevator pitch?
Networking.
Email intro or old school handshake?
Old school.
Great. Pitch deck or cocktail party?
Well, in that case, because of my experience, I'd say neither. What we're doing nowadays is it's called a video pitch,
Okay.
elevator pitch
Okay.
with a video. So
Interesting. Interesting. You played well. Thank you for being spontaneous with this game. And I really love playing this game, by the way, with guests. And it's very interesting to hear the answers that they give. So thank you for that. Now I would like to ask this question, like, what is your vision like going forward? What exactly is any of your project, or you have some vision you would like to manifest or, realize? What is that?
well, actually, I'm putting together something that's really, really earth-shaking, groundbreaking. I'm putting a team together of mastermind people, the top experts in different fields, and we're
Mhm.
going to run for president in 2028 of the United States as a group. No one's
Okay.
ever done that because we
Yeah.
firmly believe that one human being is not capable of handling such complex issues as we're dealing with in the world today. And the problem is we have one leader in all these countries, and every leader in every country is totally incompetent to be in that position. So what you have to do is get a mastermind group of the best minds together and bring them into the fold and handle all the issues that people have to face and what they're dealing with. And
Okay.
that's my main initiative because I want to make the world, well, the United States at least, better for my kids grandkids and great-grandkids. That's my goal, to make a better world.
That's interesting. So, will this mastermind to work in association with government, or it's an autonomous entity?
No, we're going to be an independent group. It's not going to be a political party, and we're going to run
Okay.
as an independent mastermind group. And whether it works or not, it doesn't matter, because we're going to start what we call a movement toward logical, critical thinking and just the facts, like we talked about earlier. Just deal with facts, not BS, conspiracy theories, propaganda, publicity, gaslighting, lies that are pervasive in our society. We want to get people to start thinking rationally and logically and handle situations that benefit everybody.
Okay, that's very interesting, and that's impressive as well. This is very new and unique idea.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. Exactly.
That's right. So I got nothing else to do but sit there and save our country.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. George, we believe that every life is a movie and you are the star of yours. So, if your life is a movie, which definitely is, then what is the title of your movie?
Um, a wonderful life.
Yeah, you have lived a wonderful life.
Yeah, and hopefully I continue to do it as long as I can.
Yeah, yeah. So, if people would like to follow the rest of your movie, how can they do that? How can they connect with you?
Yeah, everybody can go to my website. It's called theultimatenetworker.com, THE Ultimate Networker, all one word, .com. You can go on there, sign up, get on my email list. Like I said, I got 25,000 people on my email list if they want to sign up. And also, if they put down that they listen to this show, I'll send them a free copy of a PDF copy of my book. And also, I'm going to send you some copies too.
Sure. Thank you. I would love to take a look at them and, of course, read them as soon as I can. George, if you need to leave the world with one message, what would that be?
Well, all I can say is what my grandfather told me when I was young. He said, if you want to have a good life, which I've had, he said, work hard every day, physically and mentally. Just work hard. Don't sit around and smell the roses and meditate and all that. Just work hard. And I've
Mhm.
done that. I work 12, 14 hours a day. I love it. And be productive. Whatever you're doing, just be productive.
Thank you, George, for your time today. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Okay, it was great. I appreciate the interview and look forward to, maybe we could talk about some other subjects down the road.
Sure, sure. I'm looking forward to that too.
This is The Corporate Life. More stories, more insight, more truth. Until the next episode, stay curious. Don't forget to subscribe.